when we move that we have good support from the ground up. So today I'm going to talk to you about something called doming, which is going to help build that great foundation for your movement and exercise. So doming is essentially taking the arch in your foot and creating a dome, or kind of helping give a nice supportive arch in the foot. So it's working muscles that we call the foot intrinsics, which are just the teeny tiny muscles in between all the bones in the foot to help give you that nice supported arch. So in order to perform doming, you're going to want to be standing, and you're going to try to lift up the center of the foot without rolling in or out on the ankle. So what I'm kind of imagining doing is taking the knuckle of my toe here and pushing it down into the ground and trying to scrunch up the center of my foot so that that knuckle is coming closer to my heel. I'm being really mindful to not scrunch my toes. I just want to kind of press down into the floor and then lift that arch up. So here, I'm just going to push down and lift that arch up this way. Again, my toes are not curling or gripping the floor, they're just staying nice and flat and relaxed. So when we do doming on its own, it's a great exercise, but then we also want to make it functional in our movement. So you can incorporate this into a lot of the things you're already doing. For instance, a squat. When I go down into a squat, I want to dome first and then go down into my squat. This is going to help ensure that my arches stay lifted, my knees track over the center of my foot, and that my hips stay engaged and I'm using those rotators, as opposed to not doming and everything kind of collapses inward. So I want to lift through the arches, and the rest of the muscles are going to follow suit. I can also do this with standing balance exercises. So if I'm on a single leg, I'm going to want to dome first and then do whatever sort of balance exercise, whether it's throwing and catching, turning my head, eyes closed, all of those different types of things that you can do for balance, as opposed to letting that arch fall inward and then balancing. You can see my knee tips inward, my hip tips inward, so we end up with all these compensations up the chain. So you always want to just dome first, and then you can incorporate that really into any of the exercises that you are already doing.